to the Kim's Log channel. Today I'm going to show you how I'm going to clean that Game Boy I showed you in the last video. Remember I told you it looks like it's got chocolate something or other in it around here and in the buttons and in the speaker a little bit, and then kind of along the edge all the way around. It's got some kind of liquid, who knows, but I'm going to take this guy apart, give it a really good cleaning, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. The first thing you're going to need is a triwing screwdriver. These aren't normal screws. These are these are triwing, meaning instead of a Phillips, which is 4 sides, you only have 3 sides. So make sure you got a triwing screwdriver and some stuff to clean it with. Now, for the boards and stuff, I like to use alcohol to clean it and Q-tips. So make sure you got some alcohol and Q-tips. I got my scour pad just in case anything needs to be buffed out on here, which probably it doesn't, because it's clear. It's actually going to make it worse than make it better. Some kind of wipe, or you can just use paper towels, and I got a couple paper towels, and then a bowl of water for your plastic parts you're going to go clean in the sink. And I think I'm going to need this paper clip this time, because there's some holes here that I don't know if they're going to just come right clean. So I grabbed a paper clip to clean this. So once you have all of your stuff ready to go ahead and sit down and start the disassembly process. And step number 1 is going to be to flip it over. Take the back cover off, remove your batteries. Any. It doesn't look like the chocolate milk got into the battery compartment, because those are pretty clean. All terminals, no rust, so that's a good thing. Set those aside. Then you're going to take out the 4 screws, which I've already done on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 with your tri-wing screwdriver. Okay, and then once you have the battery compartment off, there's 2 more tri-wings inside the battery compartment you got to take out. Go ahead and remove those. Now that those are removed, you can go ahead and remove the top assembly. Just go ahead and pull it apart ever so slowly, making sure not to pull too hard because you have a connection. There we go. This one was made in 1998. Oh wow. Alright, now that the front cover's off, there's 4 Phillips screw heads right here, very small ones, to take this metal piece off. And you're going to want to take that off just to give it a good cleaning inside, because it's going to be hard to reach otherwise. Plus on this one there's actually some grind behind this metal plate, so that's why I wanted to take it off. So take those 4 screws off and come right back. Okay, now that all the screws are out, go ahead and take note of the size of the screws in comparison to the ones on the outer ones. Not only are they shorter, but they're also the Phillips. So go ahead and put the metal plate into the water, and then this whole assembly can now go into the water. Right now you're left with the circuit board. You have 1, 2, 3. I think there's one up top there. No. You have 3 screws to remove to get this circuit board off. So, and those are also Phillips, so same screwdriver. Flip open like this. And we're going to have to kind of push there's before we do that, there's the switch right here. Go ahead and pull that out. Remember how that went in there. There's a divot next to the switch here. It goes on the downside on the front part. So if you're stuck there, but this part can actually go into the water too, along with your back. Carefully flip it over, and all your buttons are going to come out too. Let's go ahead and push your buttons out. Put all that into the water. The rubber pieces, I don't put those in water. Just put those in there. The plastic I put in there. And that piece. The D-pad in the water, and this part you can't put in the dishwasher unless you want to remove your screen and re-glue it. That's really the only option there. So if you don't want to do that, then you're just going to have to clean it, you know, how it is, and that's where your wipes come in. So go ahead and, you know, let that stuff soak, and we're going to clean this part first. So I'm going to grab a wipe here. Right here, there's an IR plate, and I think that's removable. So go ahead and remove that if you want to. Yeah, that's removable, and you can actually put that in the washable. But yeah. Alright, what I'm doing now is I've cleaned the entire inside of this and along all the edges, and so it's fairly clean on this side. And don't worry about the front side yet. We'll get that when it's all back together. You'll clean this the front fascia here. But take your canned air if you have any. If you don't, use a paper towel, Q-tips. Just get rid of all the excess moisture used during the cleaning process, and you know, hopefully you kept it dry throughout. But go ahead and use your canned air to get rid of any excess moisture. And then once you're done with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the board cleaning itself. So go ahead and get your alcohol out here. Oh, this is brand new. Get some of that on the end of your Q-tip, not too heavy, but enough to where it's holding up. Now I've got okay, now I've run into a special little problem here. The video game that was in here when I bought this was Tetris. Where did I put that? That's not Tetris. Oh, there it is. And it had gum in the end of it. I don't know if you see how white spot, it had gum there. So not only do I have to take this apart and get the gum residue out of there, which is the next video, but I have to get it out of here too, my pin connection. But how I'm going to do that is I'm going to strip most, if not all, of the cotton off one side of this Q-tip here. And I think I'm going to be able to get it down in there. Yeah, it fits down in there. Just barely. But there's some gum down in there. Gum. Somebody got gum in the Game Boy. Remember I told you when I tested this it worked. Now this portion is done. Like I said, we're soaking that other stuff, but we can go ahead and clean these rubbers here. The button pushers, they're pretty dirty. I don't like putting them in the soap water. I don't, because I don't want whatever's holding these in, I don't want the soap to affect it. That's why I use this wipe. That way it dries real quick, there's no absorption. So get those all cleaned up and come right back. Okay, now that those are clean, go ahead and take your plastic parts over to the sink, get them cleaned up. Make sure and put a drain block in the bottom of your drain. You got some small parts in here you don't want to lose. So go do that, get them all cleaned up, and come right back. Right now that all of your plastic parts are clean, go ahead and bring them back, and we're going to check your work. I know for a fact I'm gonna have some extra work to do on the purple pieces because I had some tape that didn't come off in the wash, so I'm gonna have to put some alcohol to it and get it gone. So go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and do this right now, but make sure that you didn't miss anything along the edges, which I did right there. There's a little speck, and then just kind of make sure everything is clean around here. Same with the back cover, and then go to your buttons and just make sure everything is clean. Make sure you didn't miss anything. Got all your tools there to clean it. So once you're done with that, come on back. Okay, now that your Game Boy has been dried out, for a couple hours or overnight, whichever you did, put all your pieces down. You want to go ahead and lift your board back over like this. Sit it down gently. Go ahead and put your D-pad in. It only goes in one way with this one. And your A button only goes in one way. Your B button only goes in one way. So after you get that on, go ahead and put your pad on the back. This one goes like this. Then you got your start and select button pad, goes like that. And your AB button pad, which goes like this. You want to go one way too. And go ahead and bring your board back down. Put your speaker in place. And your board. Don't put your board in place just yet. You're going to have two. You have to put the switch in. Remember the bent side, or the dimple side down. And then there's a switch right here. So this is the outer switch, and this is the inner switch. I want to make sure that they come together like that on the board and on the switch itself. Put that one on. It's in there. And then the IR cover, there's two horn or tabs that stick up, and those go on the back side of the Game Boy. So the other side will go on the front side. Okay, and now you can go ahead and settle your board. Just get it in there, it'll fall in. Come on. You have to lift it up a little bit, let your buttons fall. Yeah, there we go. And then remember, you had your 3 screws to go back in here, and they were the short Phillips. Okay, go ahead and grab your plate and put it back on there. And the 4 short screws remaining go back in here. Okay, and once that's back on, you just got just a couple steps left to get it back together. Go ahead and put this plate back on. Okay, it should come right together. Don't force it. If something's out of whack, just fix it. Everything's lining up just fine. Okay, and then put your 2 batteries back in the battery cover, or put your screws back in the battery cover. You're going to need to go to the tri-wing tip. So get those 2 on, and then the other 4, and then come right back. So my video cut out on me, but I think I left off on right here. Once you got all your screws in, go ahead and flip it over and give your front a nice good clean. It probably could use it. But just wipe it down, with the Clorox wipe or whatever you have handy there, the paper towel. Just get everything nice and clean. Oh, little trick that I use for Game Boys that have a bad battery compartment. The little clip that's broke off right here that makes it nice and clippy right in there. What I do, go ahead and put your batteries in. make sure your power's off on your Game Boy before you ever put your batteries in. I don't know. It's always just a good rule of thumb to always make sure the power's off. So get your batteries in there, and then get your cover back on. And now when you open it, it's just going to flop right off, right? So normally people put tape across this, you know, and then they'll cut it out when they need to do it. But what I do is I just take your regular, you know, gift wrap tape or whatever you want to call it, and I get about, you know, 2 or 3 inch piece. But you know, I make myself a tab, so not only do I have it on there nice, but I have a little tab that if I need to open, it can just be right there. It's not going to affect the way you play your game. It just kind of hangs below there, but that's how I do it. Make yourself a little tab so you can just open it up. And guess what? Tabs you can remake all day. Watch. And just take that one right off. You know, when it stops becoming sticky or whatever, you can take your tab off. Make yourself a new one. All day. But yeah, that'll keep your game batteries in there. But that's how you can clean your Game Boy. If you found this video useful, please give it a like. And if you like my channel, please subscribe. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.